In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to export our document, our Illustrator document, as a PNG. The reason why we want to turn our Illustrator document to a PNG is because we want it viewable by all devices instead of just the ones that have Adobe Illustrator on there. So one of the first things I want to do is just make sure that I have all the symbols that I need. I'm a few short on mine here. For my artboard, remember you were expected to have your 6 symbols for the All About Me and your 6 symbols for the Royals logo also. But just get them all to fit. The next document we bring them into to make our logos from these symbols is going to be much smaller. This is about a sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 flipped landscape. We're going to have about a 8 centimeter by 5 centimeter space when it comes to the device holder. So what we do here, first of all, once again, making sure all these are here. You can go through and select your paths and turn your fill in outline colors on if you'd like to. In the next version, we will need black and white symbols because that's the colors that are activated in the laser. So coming in, we do a File, Export, Export As. Once we get to our File, Export, Export As, there's a few things we want to do. First of all, make sure it's going to the right spot, and that is going to your desktop first. You guys have a desktop over here. I do not have my desktop sitting there, so I'm going to click right here. All right, and then into that desktop, we have a thing called your H drive. My H drive link may look a little different than yours. And then once we go there, I'm just going to put this in my 6th grade IT folder. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to change this file type. If you haven't changed the file name yet, it should be named your hour, followed by your login, followed by symbols, or SymbolCreation. We're going to change the Save As type right here to PNG. And once we click PNG, we're also going to select Use Artboards. And what that does is it trims the white space. So we don't have anything, if we have things in the gray space, it doesn't end up saving that. It just trims it off at the end of the white space. Hit Export. Once we hit Export, we want to change the resolution to 300. That just makes it a little higher resolution that way for our piece. And we're going to leave our background transparent. Hit OK. Now, if I go and I click on, you might get one more box there to pop up. I'm not sure why I didn't get it. So just hit that next portion there. The next thing we want to do is we want to come in and we want to take this and we're going to just make sure we're making email. So when we come into here, I'm just going to find it by going into my 6th grade IT folder in my H drive. All right. One thing I noticed is it's not there, my piece that I just made. So the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one more time just to make sure it's going to the right spot. I'm going to do File, Export, Export As, and this should be PNG. It should be going to my 6th grade IT folder in my desktop, and I link there into the 6th grade IT and hit all the things we had before. So once again, there's there PNG and Use Artboards, repeating that same thing again and hitting OK. Now one more time, just going to, there it is as far as it came in. So I must have messed something up last time. Now the next step, what we're doing is we're coming in and we're going to make an email. Now, where this stuff is found, this information is found, is we're going to go into Schoology, and we're also going to go into Gmail. So in my Chrome right now, I want to go to Gmail and make sure I have my Gmail opened up. One of the things that I'm going to do right away is hit Compose. In my Compose, I'm going to send this to me, and I'm the one that shows up like a boxer dog, and then also your parents and anyone else that you want to share this with. You may have to look on campus for your parents' email or your phone. Any way is fine. Now the next thing is we're changing the subject to SymbolCreation. So hashtag we're going to leave it with and SymbolCreation. All right, and then the next portion is we're going to come and get some information from Schoology. So coming into Schoology, in our Adobe Illustrator assignment, waiting for it to kind of click in there, there is a turn in export as PNG and submit via Gmail, Illustrator SymbolCreation email. Click on that, And the next thing we're doing there is we're going down to the bottom of this. This is just my old notes about this assignment. It's kind of like the walkthrough, but in a different way. And right now mine's taking a little while to load. I'm just going to pop it out. But it kind of walks you through the same steps that are in the video that we just watched. And we're going to go all the way to the bottom once mine finally gets loaded. Alright, and on the bottom is where we want to get this information. So we're going to click and drag everything after here. So it says, Dear Mom, Dad, Mr. Lehman, I have been learning about graphic design, symbol creation while working in a program called Adobe Illustrator in Industrial Tech class. I have made 12 symbols that I will be using to create logos in the next assignment. And I'm going to click and drag through all this all the way down to the bottom here. All right. Now the rest of this stuff is just some information about what we should do there. And then I'm going to do a Control C, which is a copy. And I'm going to go into my inbox again, into my composed message I have sitting up here to my parent, or to your parents and me. And I'm going to do a Control V. Now there's a few things we have to do left here, and that is we're going to get rid of wherever there's highlighted stuff. So it says explain the different tools and how to use them. So you come in here and delete this, and this is where you can use your note page or memory to go through and talk about the tools you used and talk about how you use them, or what they do and how you use them. It's kind of like my quiz for you, or my assessment. And then lastly, dragging and drop your PNG right here. So I'm going to delete these two things. All right, I'm just going to leave that one there so I don't forget to do that portion. But all I'm going to do then is make this a window and then go into my 6th grade IT folder that I have in my H drive, and I'm going to simply drag and drop my PNG into this message. Now, wherever I have my cursor is where it's going to drop it. That's the one thing I forgot to mention. If my cursor was in the right spot, it was underneath this highlighted portion. All right? And once you get all of your tools explained there, you are ready to send to turn this in. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.